Alright guys, what's going on? It's Colin from Red, White, and Boosted again. This video is a little more strung out than my typical video, but I wanted to at least give you a little preface as to what's going on. So, my neighbor is like 78 years old now, and he lives with his 100-year-old mother, and he's always been a car guy. When I moved in 7 months ago to my house, he came over and was like, hey, what's going on with these cars you have? I love these cars. These are so cool. And that's kind of how we started bonding. You know, me being 28 and him being 78. It made like a big difference. So, anyways, I had to say that up front because you're about to see a string of videos that probably won't make a lot of sense. But it's all about his Jaguar that I purchased. So, he had a 1970 Jaguar XKE Roadster. That the day I moved in, he started telling me about, and that same day I said, hey, if you ever decide to sell it, I'll buy it. And he actually mentioned to me that he wanted to sell it that day. So that's when things started happening like that. Please don't, you want to watch this video to the very end. There's a lot of cool shit that happens, but it's really, really cool. He has a ton of stories, and I'm actually working on getting him hooked up with Ed Bullion right now to do a interview on VinWiki. But basically, he was in the military, bought the car when he was roughly like 23, 24-ish. And then when he was stationed in Germany, bought the car in England, picked it up in Coventry at the factory in England, and then took it down to, he like met a couple of playboys. They lived in Germany and had a lot of old school money. Took it down to Monaco and Saint-Tropez, Italian Lake Country, a lot of cool stuff like that. But this car is like his pride and joy, and we're actually in the middle of restoring it right now. And a little bit later in the video, I'll tell you guys a little bit about how this guy in this part of the video right here that you're watching kind of did him dirty. But I'll get to that later.
That noise is the exhaust, not the engine. What?
Back.
Yeah, let's push it.
You might want to straighten the tires.
Okay, you're right. Going the wrong way. This is the Jag I bought. It's my neighbor's. He's owned it since 1970. It's a one owner, but it's a 1970 E-Type. Okay, so right here is the first drive of the car. I bought the car as having no brakes and having a transmission problem, allegedly. The reason I say allegedly is because the guy in the beginning of the video was the one that did the semi-restoration, quote unquote, for my neighbor. Now, he did the restoration on kind of a trade deal, sort of. The car was actually ordered when he lived in Germany with a factory hardtop. They're usually around $15,000. And the guy gave him only $2,500 trade credit toward repairing the car. Anyways, nothing was wrong with the car. I bled the brakes, just topped off the fluid. Nothing was wrong with the transmission. Let's see what I have to say.
Are you happy?
I can't believe it.
You got all 5 gears?
I got 4. There's
Four?
not 5 gears.
Oh, okay.
And it stops.
It does stop. It does stop. Good job. Okay, bye.
Alright guys, 1970 E-Type, one owner. I bought off my neighbor, and did a little bit of brake bleeding and clutch bleeding and got everything working.